Who y'all think is the biggest threat to us in the SWAC? Okay, and I know how y'all feel about all these other suckers. I know y'all feel like really ain't nobody fucking with us. You feel me? But objectively, as historians and analysts, you know, who y'all think? Yeah, they might got shot. I'll start with you this time, Doc.
The folks gonna hate me for saying that they nickname. Baton Rouge Tech, aka Southern University. I think they are a threat. You gotta understand after the FAMU game, they lost the game 24-6. They went on a tear in the conference, especially on the western side of the division, to get themselves into the SWAC championship with a first-year head coach. Full-time, first-year, full-time head coach. Let's get that correct right there.
Okay.
But I look at them being a threat. We always gonna say Alabama State. You know, you always gonna say FAMU, but it's like Kendrick Lamar. It's fuck the big three. It's big me. I don't care about anybody else. What anybody say.
Right. Zoe, I saw you shaking your head up there, man. What?
I was about to say, I don't look at Alabama State like a threat at all. I'm gonna say, for me, I think there are 3 significant threats to Jackson State.
Okay.
Typically, I'm not gonna give the answer to say Jackson State is his biggest threat against themselves. That kind of goes without saying for every team. Right. The 3 biggest measuring sticks that I believe will have this upcoming season. We have 2 in the division and 1 on the other side, right? And in the division, it kind of goes without saying, it's going to be FAMU, just because regardless of what they have, FAMU has the talent and they match up well with Jackson State, right? So I'd be remiss if I didn't sit there and say Florida A&M. Do they have question marks? The biggest reason why you could put Jackson State over them is because, again, they're breaking in a new quarterback. They haven't seen what they have at the helm. And again, until they show an ability to stop the run, which is what they couldn't, and our greatest asset is the fact that we can run the ball the way that we can. So we pose a threat to them, but they have enough talent, you know what I'm saying, to be a thorn in the side. And that game still, be it as it may, has determined the winner of the conference the past 4 seasons, right? Mm-hmm. So after then, I actually go to Alabama A&M, the Bulldogs in Huntsville. The reason why I go there is because when you look at the hire of Sam Shade, it mirrors, outside of him not being an alumnus of that school, it mirrors T.C. Taylor at Jackson State. When you talk about Sam Shade is from Birmingham, coached at Miles just down the road, and Miles is nowhere from Huntsville. Having those inroads to recruiting, and did a great job on the recruiting front. And unlike T.C. Taylor, the cover was not there in Huntsville. They had a pretty dang on good roster. Mm-hmm. Now, unfortunately, they brought in, I would like to think one of the better quarterbacks within the conference, but he's been known now deemed to be ineligible. But again, if Alabama A&M can find any semblance of continuity at the quarterback position, they're going to be a serious thorn, not just in Jackson State side, but in the entire conference, because they're going to get back to Alabama A&M football, running the ball, hard-nosed defense. They have the players right there now at their disposal to, I really believe, in his first year to make some noise in the conference. Now, when I get over to the other side, I have to agree with Doc. I'm bullish on Southern, unlike a lot of other people. And the reason for that is I would be hypocritical if I didn't sit there and give Southern kudos and Terrence Graves for the job that they did in year 1, no matter how it looked. Because if I take you back to year 1 of T.C. Taylor, we had the overhaul of team, of those players, and we ended up going 7-4. We look at Terrence Graves in year 1. You end up going 9-5 and making it to the SWAC championship game. Now, we all know that every team makes its biggest jump in a new program from year 1 to year 2. And I think we become prisoners of the moment in how it looked. Yeah, they may have won some games that they got lucky in. But what you also see is a team that wins games that they're supposed to lose. Mm-hmm. That's something to build on in year 2. Mm-hmm. Because now that same team, when they get in close games, they've been through the fire and they're well tested. So they have metal. They got some scar tissue. A lot of teams in that division don't. And so now you go into year 2, and again, they have every team in that division has questions at quarterback. But Southern has defensive player of the year, and he's a dog. He's a record. And you need that in this league. Because guess what? If you have instability at quarterback and I got a record on the line of scrimmage, that's a recipe to win some games in my favor. Mm-hmm. Also, they bring in the running back they got it from LSU, Holly, is no joke. He is as advertised. Mm-hmm. If that line can block, and as we know, look, I don't care how much football changes, 3 things stand true. If you can run the ball, play good defense, and limit your turnovers, you're going to win a lot of games. Southern wants to run the ball. They bring in Cam McCoy, which I think is a good move because though he may not be the greatest passer, he fits what they want to do on offense, and he's a weapon with his leg. Mm-hmm. You factor that Southern had a good defense, literally right there behind ours. Mm-hmm. And in this league, you don't have to have the best defense, but you need to have a top 3 defense. Southern has that. So again, with that being said, also we play them at home. We've had success in Baton Rouge, but never mind, it's still a tough place to play, and it's on the road. And so for that, they're going to be a serious thorn in our side.